What's poppin', homies? It's your favorite homegirl gossip. Let's get into this commentary. Hey, homies. So today we're going to talk about the vanishing of Damari Perry. He was 6 years old and he's from North Chicago. So let's go ahead and get into this. A 6-year-old North Chicago boy has been found dead after authorities say he vanished under unusual circumstances while reported attending a party with his 16-year-old sister, according to the North Chicago Police Department. The news of Damari Perry's death came after the FBI joined in the frantic search for the boy, who was said to be in extreme danger. 3 of Damari's family members have now been taken into custody in connection with his death, including at least one juvenile. Damari was last seen with his 16-year-old sister, and his body was found near an abandoned house in Gary, Indiana. And this is also said by the police. The 16-year-old boy was reported missing on Wednesday evening, with family saying the last time he had been seen was a day earlier at about 3 p.m., according to the North Chicago Police Department. It was then that he was said to travel with his sister to a party in Skokie, about 15 miles north of Chicago. His sister reportedly said she had a few drinks, passed out, and woke up to find him gone. So this little boy who's 6 years old, he's with his 16-year-old sister. She takes him with her to the party. All right. First of all, honey, why are you drinking? Who's the host of this party? Okay, because why a 16-year-old is there and why is she drinking? Okay, she's 16. She had a few drinks and she passed out, and she had her little brother with her. Mm. When she woke up, he was gone. Family members had initially told the police the two were driven by to the party by a pair known only by their nicknames, Monique and Wacko. Though it was not immediately clear if police had verified, this version of events. The Skokie Police Department said a day before Perry's remains were found that there was no credible information to confirm Damari L. Perry was last seen in the Skokie area. Now, Damari's mother, Janie Perry, was quoted telling Fox 32 News that Damari was out with his sister for a play date. A play date with a 16-year-old girl, a play date that she took him to a party that he had no business being at. And the truth be told, she had no business being there because they were serving alcohol and she drank alcohol, passed out, and now her brother's missing. She had a cocktail. I guess someone put something in her drink. She ended up falling asleep. When she woke up, my son was gone. When she questioned the girl about where my son was, the girl said she didn't know, Perry said. Now, Monique reportedly drove the teenage girl home, and her mother then called the police to report her son missing. The exact location of the party was not known. Now, with Damari's sisters only able to recall that it was a yellow 3-story building. Now, Monique was reportedly driving a black Nissan 4-door sedan with a dent on the front passenger side. Police had earlier pleaded with the help from the public in finding the 6-year-old boy. Damari may be in danger, extreme danger, and we are asking anyone with information on Damari's whereabouts or the true identity of Monique and or Wacko to contact the North Chicago Police Department. North Chicago Police Chief Lazaro Perez told the reporters. So this little boy, something is not right here. Nah, something is not right here. Something is definitely wrong. So now in a more updated article, this is what I found. The mother and two siblings of Damari Perry, who was 6, who was found dead late Friday night, have been charged in his death. Okay? North Chicago police were working with Skokie police and the FBI in the search for the boy, and his body was recovered near an abandoned house in the 700 block of Van Buren Street in Gary, Indiana. Damari's mother, Janie M. Perry, who's 38 years old, is charged with first-degree murder, concealment of a homicidal death, and obstructing justice. Damari's 20-year-old brother, Jeremiah R. Perry, is charged with aggravated battery, causing great bodily harm to a child under 12, concealing a homicidal death, and obstructing justice. Another juvenile sibling of Damari is facing charges in Lake County's juvenile court, according to the Lake County State's Attorney's Office. All three were taken into custody Friday night. He was reported missing just before 5 p.m. Wednesday. Family members originally told the police that Damari was missing after going to a party with his sister in Skokie, but Lake County State's Attorney Eric Reinhardt has since called that story completely false, saying that is the reason for the obstruction of justice charges. So that was completely false about the party part. Okay. The boy's mother has said Damari and his 16-year-old sister were driven from North Chicago to the party in Skokie, alleging they were driven by a man and a woman. The sister said after several drinks, she fell asleep, and 2 hours later, both her brother and the man were missing. It was just days later the boy's body was found 70 miles away across state lines in Gary, Indiana. The 16-year-old boy's body was discovered dumped by abandoned houses. The underage members of the family are now in custody of Department of Children and Family Services, who confirms they have had prior contact with this family. Now, CBS 2 has heard multiple conflicting reports, like the timeline when Perry was found and exactly how long he has been missing. We have reached out to the North Chicago Police Department with no response as of 5:45 p.m. Saturday. More charges in this case are possible, according to a release from the state's attorney's office. An autopsy is expected to be completed next week in Indiana. The defendants are expected to appear in court on Sunday morning for a bond hearing. So, first of all, what really happened here? Why is this boy dead? The 6-year-old boy dead? Why is Damari dead? Okay. What did the mother do to him? Okay, let's just say what the mother and his brother. What happened to Damari Perry? That's the biggest question right now. What happened to Damari Perry? Because in this article, the whole party thing was completely false. So maybe that was just something to be made up. So I'm definitely going to keep my eye on this story. But I would love to know exactly what happened to Damari Perry. And we're probably not going to get that answer until after we see the autopsy. After we hear about the autopsy, then we can try to piece things together. But how can a mother be involved with her son's death and a brother? What did they do to this little boy? Did they beat him? Like, what's going on? This is really weird to me. Like, what this little boy, what could he have done to cause this? And then he, whatever happened to him caused him to die, and he dumped the body like it's a piece of garbage by an abandoned building. It's ridiculous. But the truth will come out. The truth will come out. Just by them arresting and charging the mother and the brother and another juvenile, says it all. They all was part of this wicked behavior. Because this is wicked. They all part of this wicked behavior. And they have a bond hearing on Sunday. They shouldn't have a bond. This is a little 6-year-old boy who is innocent, but he can't speak for himself because he's dead. Somebody did something to him and thought they was getting rid of the evidence. Or she made up this whole bogus thing about Monique and Wacko and reported him missing. Like, the whole story didn't sound right to me anyway. Poor baby. Poor baby. My goodness. Poor baby. May he rest in peace. May his little soul go straight up to heaven. He didn't deserve that. And I hate when things happen to children. That's why I took a break from reporting on kids that's been found murdered or whatever happened to them, because it just really bothers me. And but you know what? This is the reality of things. Stuff like this is happening out there in this world. It's just wicked. It's wicked. Why? I'm a mom. I could never do anything to hurt my children. I never thought about killing my children. Anything. What happened to Damari Perry? His mother is being charged. Okay, she's 38 years old. His brother is being charged. He's 20 years old. And he had a sister who's 16. But they didn't say if it was her that's in the juvenile area in Lake County. So what really happened to this little boy? And I am going to stay on this because I want to know. I want to get to the bottom of this, and I want to see that autopsy report. So bet you I will be back here hopefully within this week with an update. Okay, I'm going to mark this in my planner as well, because I would like to know what happened to Damari Perry. And on that note, I'm going to leave you guys with that, and I will talk to you later. Now, if anybody out there in Chicago that knows these people and you heard different stories, please feel free to let me know what you heard in the comment section if you want to talk about it. If not, it's okay. I'm wondering what the people in Chicago are hearing about this. Please say a prayer for that little boy. He's no longer with us. Just say a prayer for his soul to reach heaven. This is a tragedy. This is just a tragedy, and I'm closing out for the night, and I'm going to lay down because this really got my head all messed up. Like, these kids are innocent. This boy is 6 years old. You are a mother. You are a mother. Mother's supposed to protect their children. Any parent are supposed to protect their children. This kind of stuff not supposed to happen. Why did this happen? That's what I want to know, and I'm going to find out. And I will let you guys know. So when I know something, you will know something. But just say a little prayer for his soul tonight, and I'll talk to you guys later.